Behold the latest military news update. This is AFP Community News, hosted by Rob Suzon every 12 noon, Mondays to Fridays. Only here on DWDD Armed Forces Radio. One AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Philippine Navy monitors fewer Chinese vessels in West Philippine Sea. Authorities apprehend two wanted NPA members in Quezon. Cybercrime complaints down by 35% according to PNP. Philippines and China officials meet, seek to ease tension in West Philippine Sea.
Good day everyone, as well to our troops at Camp Emilio Ginaldo, Quezon City. Today is Wednesday, July 3, and we will bring you the latest news from the armed forces and other information around the Philippines. I'm Rob Suzon for AFP Community News.
DWDD Armed Forces
And for
News.
the brief overview of our stories, the number of Chinese ships monitored by the Philippine Navy in islands controlled by the Philippines in the West Philippine Sea has decreased. According to Rear Admiral Roy Vincent Trinidad, the Philippine Navy spokesperson for the West Philippine Sea, 95 Chinese vessels were observed in these areas from June 25 to July 1. This is a significant drop from the 120 vessels monitored from June 18 to June 24. Of the 95 Chinese ships seen last week, the highest concentration was near Pag-asa Island with 22 vessels.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
Authorities apprehended two wanted members of the New People's Army in Sitio Masanga, Barangay Kanaway, Quezon. The suspects, identified as Kadarwid and Kapatse, are wanted for murder and no bail was recommended for their temporary release. Both suspects were members of Platoon Julian, committing Larangang Guerrilla Narciso under Sub-Regional Military Area 4A of the Southern Tagalog Regional Party Committee and ranked 5th on the regional most wanted list. The said personalities are currently in the custody of authorities for proper disposition.
Armed Forces Radio.
We have a report coming in about Third ID honors returning personnel and welcomes new officers. Go on for the details, Glenn.
Yes, Ralph, have a great day. The Armed Forces of the Philippines has denied reports circulating online about the arrival of U.S. and U.K. troops and military equipment in Subic. In a statement, AFP emphasized that any large-scale deployment of foreign troops would be officially announced and corroborated by credible sources. The organization also urged the public to rely on official statement and verified information to avoid spreading misinformation. Moreover, AFP is monitoring online platforms to identify and address sources of these false reports. And this is your Glenn Gulchan reporting for AFP Community News 1 AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you so much, Glenn Guthier, for your update regarding the AFP denies reports of U.S. and U.K. troops arriving in Subic.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
For other details, the Air Force of the Philippines announced its openness to mounting multilateral maritime cooperative activities or joint sales with more nations to enhance military cooperation and maintain regional peace and security. AFP Chief of Staff General Romeo Browner stated that several countries have expressed interest in conducting joint sales with the Philippines following recent MMCAs in the West Philippine Sea. He said that this time, European countries like France, the United Kingdom, Germany, and regional partners like New Zealand also want to join the activity. Last June, the Philippines held its second MMCA with Canada, Japan, and the United States after the first MMCA with the navies of the United States, Australia, and Japan last April.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
The Armed Forces of the Philippines will prioritize updating radar and surveillance systems under the Horizon 3 phase of its modernization program. AFP Chief of Staff General Romeo Browner Jr. highlighted the importance of these upgrades to enhance the country's defenses as part of the comprehensive archipelagic defense concept. The CADZ aims to bolster the Philippines' territorial exclusive economic zone protection. Some Horizon 1 and 2 projects remain ongoing, including procurement and training.
Armed Forces Radio Report.
From First Year G, let's hear more updates from Meljoy about NOCOM AFP to conduct the We Protect Our Sovereignty West Philippine Sea Pinas Atinito Unity Ride.
ROF, the Northern Luzon Command Armed Forces of the Philippines, through the 1st Civil Relations Group Civil Relations Service Armed Forces of the Philippines, will conduct a one-day unity ride dubbed We Protect Our Sovereignty WPS Pinas Atinito Unity Ride on July 6, 2024. This event aims to amplify the voice of support and unity of every Filipino in asserting our rights on the West Philippine Sea, as well as the sustained advocacy awareness of every island counts. Atinto, our seas, our rights, our future. Around 500 expected participants from the AFP and PNP riding groups, different civilian riding communities, motovloggers, and individuals, including four-wheel riders, will traverse an estimated distance of 214 kilometers and an estimated travel time of 3 hours and 30 minutes from headquarters Northern Luzon Command Camp Cerveliano S. Aquino San Miguel Tarlac City to Subic Bay Metropolitan Authority via Subic-Clark Tarlac Expressway and to Masinloc Baywalk, Zambales. Prior to jump-off, a meet and greet with the Commander Northern Luzon Command Armed Forces of the Philippines will be conducted at 6 o'clock in the morning, and along the way the program will continue at Naval Education Training and Doctrine Command through a unity message and culminate at Masinloc Baywalk, Zambales. The We Protect Our Sovereignty WPS Pinas Atinito Unity Ride is open to all types of motorcycles and four-wheelers with no registration fee. Motorcycles below 400cc displacement, underbones, and scooters will link up at Petron Subic Bay Metropolitan Authority. Some safety reminders and requirements for riders are to always wear riding protective gears, have an updated ORCR and driver's license, and install Philippine flaglets on their motorbikes handlebars. The Unity Ride is still open for registration through the 1st Civil Relations Group CRS AFP Facebook page. This is Mel J. Nesho reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you so much, Meljoy.
DWDD Armed Forces
The
News.
Philippine Army and St. Luke's Medical Center formalized their partnership at Bonifacio Global City, Taguig City yesterday. Army Commanding General Lieutenant General Roy Galido and St. Luke's Medical Center President and CEO Dr. Dennis Serrano led the signing of the Memorandum of Understanding under the theme United in Health, Strengthened by Partnership on a Journey of Serving the People and Securing the Land. The partnership aims to protect public health and enhance resilience and to expand medical privileges for soldiers and their dependents.
DWDD National News.
For our national news, the cybercrime complaints in the country dropped by 35% in the first 6 months of 2024. The Philippine National Police
13th Infantry
Anti-Cybercrime
Division
Group
particip-
recorded 8,177 complaints from January to June, lower than the 12,808 in the same period last year. These complaints include online selling schemes, investment, and debit or credit card fraud. ACG said that this decrease in cybercrime complaints reflects the effectiveness of cybersecurity measures implemented by businesses and government agencies, as well as the cybercrime awareness programs of the unit.
Armed Forces Radio Report.
Let us hear an update from Leonor regarding third ID joins peace dialogue with family of captured NPA leader in Capiz.
3rd Infantry Division participated in localized peace engagement organized by the local government of Tapas, Capiz. The event aimed to hold a dialogue with the family of captured NPA squad leader Francisco Balowis, also known as Katonying. His family members attended the meeting where they expressed their concerns and gratitude for the support provided by the local government. Mayor Roberto Palomar led the dialogue and assured them for the government's commitment to reintegration programs and urged communication to resolve conflicts. This is Leonor reporting for the AFP Community News, 1 AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you so much, Leonor.
DWDD National News.
The Philippines and China have agreed to work towards de-escalation of tension in the West Philippine Sea. In a statement, the DFA said the two countries convened the ninth meeting of bilateral consultation mechanism of the South China Sea. according to the Department of Foreign Affairs Undersecretary Maria Teresa Lazaro. Both sides affirm their commitment to de-escalate tensions at sea without prejudice to their respective positions. China and the Philippines also signed an arrangement to improve maritime communication mechanisms. The meeting comes after several Philippine Navy personnel were injured in an incident in Ayungin Shoal last June 17.
DWDD National News.
More Filipinos want a Code of Conduct or COC in the South China Sea and for China to remove its Coast Guard in Malaysia and the West Philippine Sea. Based on the latest Pulse the Asia survey, 61% of Filipinos want China to remove its Coast Guard and Malaysia vessels in our exclusive economic zone, while 64% of the respondents believe that China should agree to a COC to govern the actions of countries claiming territories in the area. The survey was conducted from May 5 to May 9, 2024, with at least 1,200 respondents.
Armed Forces Radio Report.
For other updates, let's hear the details about the Army and PNP leaders inaugurate new facilities at Police Regional Office 6. Go ahead for the details, Beth.
3rd Infantry Division and Philippine National Police inaugurated the new facilities at Police Regional Office 6 and Camp General Teofilo Martin Delgado yesterday. 3rd Infantry Division Commander Major General Marion R. Seson and PNP Chief Police General Romel Francisco de Marvel attended the said activity with other officials. The event highlighted the strong partnership between the Army and PNP and local government and promoting regional safety and security. This is Beth Sanieta reporting for the AFP Community News, 1 AFP for the stronger Philippines.
Thank you so much, Beth Daniete.
DWDD National News.
For more development story, Department of Information and Communications Technology confirmed that one of its units had been targeted in a cyber attack. DICT Assistant Secretary Renato Paraiso explained that the hackers breached one of their systems, an external unit of DICT, but Paraiso assured that the extent of the breach was not that big. He said fewer than 10 individuals were affected by the data breach. The DICT already reported the incident to the National Privacy Commission.
DWDD National News.
10 more Filipino seafarers of MB Transworld Navigator arrived in the country last night. They are the second batch of the 27 Filipino crew members of the bulk carrier recently targeted by Houthi rebels in the Red Sea. Department of Migrant Workers Assistant Secretary Jerome Pampolina said that the government is providing financial support to the seafarers. They will also be given other forms of assistance, including counseling for the trauma they experience.
Armed Forces Radio Report.
And now let us hear from our reporter on the ground. For more updates about Philippine Army clarifies age limit for recruits amid surge in applications. Go for the details, Gina.
Yes, Ralph, the Philippine Army has refuted social media claims suggesting there is no age limit for applicants, reiterating that recruits must be between 18 and 26 years old. Major Dionisio Estrada, Chief of the Army's Public Affairs Office, emphasized that entry into the force remains free and urged the public to use social media responsibly. Moreover, the Philippine Army calls on all netizens and social media users to utilize social media platforms wisely. In March, the Army noted an increase in recruit numbers, reflecting surveys indicating that most Filipinos are willing to defend the country against foreign threats. This is Gina reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you so much, Gina.
DWDD National News.
Senator Sonny Angara's colleagues hailed his appointment as the next Secretary of the Department of Education. Senate President Francis Escudero said that he has full confidence in Angara's abilities to lead the DepEd with excellence and integrity. For former Senate President Juan Miguel Zubiri, Angara is more than qualified to lead the agency. Meanwhile, House Speaker Martin Romualdez said that the Center's legislative work in education policy equipped him with the expertise needed to lead the DepEd. Angara's prior legislative work includes the Universal Access to Quality Tertiary Education Act, and the Enhanced Basic Education Act of 2013 or K-12.
DWDD National News.
President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. has issued his marching orders to the new Department of Education chief. Senator Sonny Angara said that Marcos asked him to make history, teaching interest, and should not be focused on memorization alone. The chief executive also instructed Angara to help improve the country's performance in the Program for International Student Assessment or PISA. The Philippines ranks at the bottom of the new PISA test on creative thinking.
Armed Forces Radio Report.
From Rizal, let us hear from Ella regarding authorities nabbed to MWP or Most Wanted Person in Anti-Criminality Campaign.
Thank you very much. Two most wanted persons were arrested by police authorities during the anti-criminality campaign which was carried out in two municipalities in the province of Rizal just recently. According to the report submitted to Rizal Provincial Police Office Director, Police Colonel Felipe Maragon, the arrested suspects were identified as alias J with a case of carnapping recommended with bail of 300,000 pesos, while alias Bess was arrested with a crime of violating Republic Act 9165, Comprehensive Dangerous Drug Act Law of 2002. The arrest of the aforementioned personalities is by virtue of warrant of arrest issued by the courts in the said province. The operation was performed in Cardona and in Antipolo City through the combined efforts of CIDG Rizal, Cardona Municipal Police Station, and Antipolo Component City Police Station. This is Ella Mercado reporting for AFP Community News. One AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you so much, Ella Mercado from Rizal.
DWDD National News.
And Pope Francis sent President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. and the Filipinos his greetings. In his courtesy call with the chief executive, Vatican Foreign Minister Archbishop Paul Gallagher said that the Pope appreciated the Filipinos for their work and contribution to the Catholic Church. Pope Francis visited the Philippines in 2015, where 6 million people attended the ceremony or lined the papal route to Rizal Park. Aside from the President, Archbishop Gallagher also met with Foreign Affairs Secretary Enrique Manalo yesterday. The Archbishop is on a 5-day visit to the Philippines.
DWDD National News.
The Bureau of Customs has confiscated a yacht that was allegedly used to transport 1.4 tons or 9.68 billion pesos worth of shabu to Nasugbu, Batangas. BOC said that the drugs were nabbed at a checkpoint in Alitagtag recently. Further investigation led authorities to 3 more undocumented private yachts, all owned by the same person. This will be turned over to the Port of Manila Auction and Cargo Disposal Division.
Armed Forces Radio Report.
On the other line, let's hear from Jai about NAC launches Amnesty Application Assistance Program for former rebels in Davao.
The Secretariat of the National Amnesty Commission's Local Amnesty Board Davao has launched the Tulong Ugnay para sa Bagong Buhay, an amnesty application assistance program for former rebels at the headquarters of the 60th Infantry Battalion in Camp Morja, Asuncion, Davao del Norte. The event was a collaborative effort involving Calinaw Southeastern Mindanao, the 10th Infantry Aguila Division, the 101st Infantry Pag-asa Brigade, and the 60th Infantry Mediator Battalion. 27 former rebels completed their applications with the help of the ALAB Secretariat, Calinaw members, and legal NCOs from the Philippine Army. The Tulong Ugnay initiative aims to assist former CPP, NPA, NDF rebels in applying for amnesty while in the custodial care of various units of the 10th Infantry Division. This is Jai reporting for AFP Community News, one AFP for stronger Philippines.
Thank you so much, Jai.
Armed Forces Radio Report.
Update from Congress. Let us hear from Terence about the approval of 6.35 trillion pesos national budget, top House priority.
The approval of the 6.352 trillion national budget for 2025 will be the top priority of the House of Representatives in the next session of Congress, Speaker Ferdinand Martin Romualdez announced today. Speaker Romualdez made the statements a day after President Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. approved the said budget proposal for next year. The House leader said that aside from the Chamber's commitment in approving the few remaining LEDAC priority measures, the House will again work doubly hard to pass the proposed 6.352 trillion pesos General Appropriations Bill for 2025 before they go on break this end of September 2024. As the Speaker promised, he said the House would ensure enough funding for education, agriculture, and modernization and welfare programs of the armed forces, infrastructure, and the legacy projects of President Marcos, among other priorities for budget allocation. This is Terence Mordiano Grana reporting for AFP Community News, one AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you so much, Terence.
DWDD National
The
News.
Council for the Welfare of Children expressed concerns over reports of questionable photos and videos of children from modeling shoots circulating online. In a statement, the CWC said that the photos and videos may pose a danger to children as they could be sexualized. The Council reiterated that children should not experience this and and concerned agencies should stop or oppose this. They also urged the parents, guardians, and workers in the modeling industry to have a guideline on child modeling shoots.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
That's all for today's broadcast. Thank you so much for joining us, especially to our audience in our Facebook page, AFP Radio DWDD. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow for more updates, same time and same station. Again, this is Ralph Susan for AFP Community News, one AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Behold the latest military news update. This is AFP Community News, hosted by Rob Suzon every 12 noon, Mondays to Fridays. Only here on DWDD Armed Forces Radio. One AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Ito ang DWDD 1134 kHz AM. Balita, impormasyon at musika. Ito ang DWDD AFP Radio. Boses ng Kawal Pilipino.
Kayo ay nakatutok sa DWDD AFP Radio. Kami po ay kasapi ng KBP, Kapisanan ng mga Broadcast